One thread, another thread, the third thread, hundreds of threads, a million threads. Their number and age is unknown. It all started from men observing nature and noticing the patterns between three branches crossing one another. Therefore, an idea was created. From that idea, a thread was born as the smallest element of fabric, which traveled the world for centuries and created a bond between different cultures and events. The thread that wrote history, the thread that connected man with nature. And as long as man joined the threads with his hands and passed on his knowledge to the next generation, the bond was strong. The moment the hand was replaced by a machine, the thread broke, one by one, until the number of threads was reduced to a true rarity, which today is rarely found, rarely known, because all those who knew the true secrets remain woven into our past. And what wasn't supposed to break, broke. Despite this, those curious people, following the traces of our ancestors' past, grabbed the last thread and tried a new path into the future, spreading the news with our threads that weaving has not died out. And as long as it's us who stands awake behind the loom, we bear witness to what was and will remain after us. Because real weavers never stop weaving, even when threads break. Hello everyone, my name is Natasha. Here we're gonna talk about weaving. So before I start to talk about my project, first I want to say something about my first step. Not only in weaving, I mean in all kind of work, right? So it's about idea, inspiration. Where are you searching inspiration? What you like? What inspiring you to make think, right? So in my case, it's my favorite, my beautiful, adorable creatures on the world. And as you can see around me, it's a wolf. It's not only about their physical look, their beautiful fur and color, it's also about psychological characteristics that make me not only admire their beauty, but also respect their nature, which on the same time motivates me to work and see things through. When I start to search which kind of species of wolf I'm gonna analyze for my weaving project, I had a hard time to decide. And after all, I chose a direwolf, a mythical creature. Everyone who watches the Game of Thrones TV shows knows what I'm talking about. There are 6 direwolf in that show: Nymeria, Ghost, Greywind, Lady, Summer and Shaggy Dog. I made 6 weaving projects inspired by each direwolf, and I will show each project in one episode. In this episode I'm gonna talk about Greywind, how I connected the idea with weaving, and show you my videos during the weaving process. The first question I asked myself was what I was going to weave and how I was going to create a wolf effect in my weaving. Then I imagined a piece of clothing that would look royal, little bit dark, mystical, fairy tale, and I just wanted to feel like a real she-wolf in it, like a wolf queen, right? I mean, why not? I watched Greywind very carefully, what his fur looked like, what are its characteristics, and I definitely had to look for thicker and fluffier yarns, dark grey and several shades of grey. I needed a little white and gold like the color of his eyes. For a royal look, I used a red velvet and striped fur that was sewn to the edge of the woven material in the end. The yarns I used for warp is dark grey boucle, and for weft I used different kinds of materials. The most dominant yarn, which I repeated most often in weaving, is dark grey microfiber, which is very soft and gives shaggy look. I usually repeat it every 5 times. Between this shaggy yarn I pulled through sheet, light grey polyester and dark grey boucle. In those rapports, in some parts I also pulled other threads, as metallic and silver effects. Those 2 yarns are a mix of acrylic and wool, both are so soft. On the sides, on some part, I used these grey, shaggy and golden yarns, and here I just used dark grey boucle, same I used for warping. This piece of pattern is overshoot pattern from my first overshoot task on weaving course 2012. Here it is, and I just took this small piece. Other side is almost the same, I added gold with grey in the part where pattern is. By combining all these yarns, I got a very soft and warm material, very cute and beautiful. My first and main focus in this weaving project was on the color and the structure of materials, which gave me the wolf effects in weaving. I used plain weave, and as I said, just on the sides I used small piece of overshoot patterns. Let's see now how was it. That's it. That's the way how I made this cute piece of clothing. And to finish project to the end, I had help from my snider, who sewed 4 stripes on the sides and this thread lining, which gives a striking look. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments what you think about my weaving projects. Any comments about weaving are welcome. And a message for all weavers around the world: don't forget, hold your threads tightly in your hand and don't let them break.